What's up, everyone? It's Diesel. Um, I just wanted to rewind with this information here. So, my friend, my homie, Too Sick, just dropped this Instagram story about, the Empire, and a lot of people always ask me how we got on Empire. So let's rewind back. So this is like the year 2015, 2016, and Empire is like the biggest show at the time on the market by far, and that's when all the trendy stuff was going on, and a lot of the acting at that time was geared towards that type of content, producing the show like Empire. So Empire was like a trend. It was one of the first shows that really started that trend of music, hip hop, sort of like how Power is taking off with it. So anyway, my homie Too Sick, and before we even like met and gathered, because I started acting in 2015. In 2016, somehow we just reconnected, and when we reconnected, they was just talking about what they were doing, and at the time, this is when I was like in the gym working out, training. I was producing like music. Like I wasn't producing music, but I was producing fitness videos that required music. And John had beats, so he made produce beats. So I just needed some type of beats for my content, and so I reached out to Too Sick, and he was like, "I got you." So we linked up, and he was like, "I want to be an actor." I was like, "Oh, that's what I do, bro. Like, that's what I do." I was like, that was like full throttle. Like I was like trying to be on set all the time at the time. So he was like, let me know if you need, some help or whatever. And I was like, okay, bet. So I think, hey John, they're looking for some extras for this show, Surviving Compton. It was a spinoff of Straight Outta Compton, and he was like, "Okay, I want to do it." But it's in Cincinnati, so we had to travel to Cincinnati. So when we traveled to Cincinnati, it was me, him, and a few other people, and we traveled to Cincinnati, and that was everyone's first experience on set, was that show. But the key thing about it, we didn't have no money, so we didn't have no money to stay anywhere. And shout out to my boy Jeff. Jeff, that's my dude. He's an actor, and we just asked some random people. We were like, "Hey man, we need a place to stay," because our money was a little bit tight then. And somebody let us stay, so we went to Jeff's crib, and we got a place to stay, and it was so thankful for that, because we were there for like a week, so we was on set every day. And this was like how I introduced him to being on set. So we went on set, and like, you guys never been on set, like, and especially this set, we were like, it was like a party type atmosphere. So it was like a wild experience. So we went to set, and their curiosity started to grow, and we just kept plugging away, going to set, going to work, blase. And eventually, I think I had like an opportunity to work on this commercial out in Manistee, Michigan, a couple of weeks later, for this casino. I can't remember the name of the casino, but out in Michigan, it was a casino out there, and I rented a pickup truck. Me and John rode up there. I was like, "John, come with me." And I tried to get him on that set. It didn't work. But it was that patience, like, it's like when the opportunity come, like, you have to sometimes watch it. And I think he had to watch it during that time. So he saw me on set, saw me performing. And, but the kickback is, one of the ladies on set, I think her name was Kim, told us about Empire. I'm like, "John, hey, I'm gonna submit my information." So she gave us information to get on Empire, and they hit me right back. It was like, hey, can you get on set? I was like, well, I can't because I got another commitment. And John was kind of like, oh man, this is Empire, biggest show. So I was like, man, look, pump all that. We're gonna get to that show. Let's just do what we gotta do, the commitment. So we go to the set I had to do for back in Cleveland, Ohio. On the way back, I had to be on this commercial set and find out it was a SAG commercial set. So that was my first time getting Taft-Hartley. So when you're an actor, Taft-Hartley means like you have to get 3 of those to be eligible for union. So I got Taft-Hartley for a show called Full Frontal. They were shooting in Cleveland for the 2016 Republican convention thing for Donald Trump thing or whatever. And so I got committed to that show. So thank God I went, because I ended up getting my SAG voucher on that set, my first one. And it was just a full gratification of it, because like that was his first set to work, was that Full Frontal. And we didn't go to the Empire one, so the Full Frontal one was kind of like, see, I told you, bro, everything works out, and it was really awesome that we had that experience to go to that set, because one, it was my first time doing a SAG commercial, and it was my first time getting a SAG voucher, and that was his first set ever, was a SAG voucher type of set. So that's a big accomplishment, for my boy and for myself that day. And so a few weeks passed, and I had another opportunity to go on Empire, and this time he wasn't with me. I was down shooting in Cincinnati, Surviving Compton, and he wasn't with me this time, but I had some other people with me, and I was like, man, we should go. And I was like, nah, it ain't time to go yet. So I bailed on it again. I put it on pause again. So a couple weeks later again, they said, hey, we need some people for this set for Empire, but this time was right. So I was like, hey, bro. They didn't get booked, though. I only got booked. I was like, hey, bro, y'all want to come with me? I'm going to go to Chicago, and it's about a 6-hour drive. We're going to drive out there, and we're going to get on set. And, the set was at 4 in the morning or 5, so we had to get there really early. So we left Youngstown around 10:30. We drove up to Chicago, and we went on set, and then, that first week I was there for 3 days, and then like that Thursday, Friday, I never forget, like they were like, you want to be on here all year? Or I was like, me? Oh yeah, I'll be committed to that all year. So I ended up getting a feature role for Lucia's bodyguard. So I was one of the personal bodyguards for Terrence Howard for this show, and it was really gratifying because all the hard work at the time. The kickback of this is that it's funny, that Friday they had to go back home, so I had to drive all the way back to Youngstown, drop these knuckleheads off, and then go back to Chicago to work on Empire. And then the rest is history. That's how we got on Empire. It was the third time, was a charm. So that was a quick story for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you later. I'm out.